That's fine. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Artcheck Round 153. Come on, really? It was in focus right before we went live. Okay, there we go. Welcome to Artcheck Round 153. This is our last one at noon, and then we will be switching to Thursdays at 6:15. So just let everybody know. But welcome around 153, and to kick it off, Emily already has stuff pulled up.
She does.
Down at the bottom. So, Emily.
I have been doing some nails and stuff for my thing that we talked about last time. So
yeah, the episode.
Got that. What that? This is just some of them, but yeah. I did this one last night. I like that one. So yeah, that's what I did. I've also been like writing it. I'm still not done writing it. Yeah. That's all I've done really. Yeah, I think.
I'm just gonna sit here and be blurred out. I just realized that we were like, no, we didn't see each other Tuesday. We definitely did see each other Tuesday. We just didn't watch Avatar. Cause every time we're on Art Check. But no, yeah, Emily and I spent a good amount of time talking about it on Tuesday. Yes. I think I was there for like an hour and a half.
We were gonna watch Avatar, and we spent all the time talking about this instead.
And getting food, but we talked about it, and actually it was pretty interesting. I don't know. I feel like it's interesting to talk about it with you.
Oh.
Because like it's not like it's my comic at all, but it's fun to like contribute ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, guys, seriously, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. Everybody look out because it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for this episode to go up.
I am too.
And everybody's gonna be losing their minds. Be like, Emily, post the comic right now.
I'm really excited to be done with the thumbnails so that I'm not constantly fretting about like not coming up with a good ending and like failing, and then I can just draw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's also the main thing that we did talk about was ending it, because
don't know exactly how, but I'm thinking up ways.
We made a couple.
I came up with a new idea like yesterday that I'm like, ooh, this is like it's kind of like a combination of some of our ideas.
Gotcha. Well, I'm picking you up in like once we get off of this, so I'll learn about it then. But yeah, no, it was really fun because I'm going to talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
The premise of this episode is that it's not a comic. It's not in the comic.
It's not.
Yeah. It's canon, but it's not like this episode like wasn't planned to be released. So like this episode is I'm going to introduce everybody to the characters. I'm going to introduce everybody to the idea, and it's not actually going to be an episode. It's just going to be something like a side story almost.
Yeah, it's like a good introduction to it, and it's kind of interesting because this is something that I had thought up as an episode like that would just happen later, but I had no idea why or how we would be there. And so it's kind of handy that I had this idea kind of just sitting on the back burner and not sure where to put it, because now I know where to put it. It's just this kind of like standalone entry into the story, because it's like, would you like to now go all the way back to the beginning, because that's where my story begins. So yeah,
it's super interesting, super fascinating, even as somebody who has read it all and wants to reread it all, but I'm waiting for the pictures. It's gonna be cool, and I think people are gonna really like it. And whether or not she wins the webtoon thing, which I think she should, cool. I think everybody's gonna lose their minds about it.
Thank you. I mean, it's gonna be at least nice to have something out there that is like, if people pick it up and read it, then they can be excited for when the story begins.
Yeah, for when it comes out.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, not a lot of stuff I can show. Stuff has happened, but it's a lot of uh, counseling stuff. So for counseling, I'm supposed to draw, get stuff out. Um, and so I've done some of that, but I like because it's counseling stuff, I don't really want to show it.
Yeah, that's
Um,
really personal stuff.
yeah, because it is pretty personal stuff. Um, and so I've just been kind of working on that. It's not been like full out drawings yet, but it's been like, okay, like it's been like counseling homework of like, okay, how can you represent this? How can you represent this? And it's like, I don't know. And so I've been doing that. Um, Also though, keeping up with the YouTube channel. I think I mentioned that it was my goal to actually keep up with the channel,
Mm-hmm.
and keep the Artcheck playlist going and being added to and taking care of all of that. And so I did do an update of it, including this episode. So the episodes since I think since we technically found out, I think it was like 146, or something like that. So I have updated that still. I'm still keeping up with that. And so every so often I'm just going to check in and be like, oh yeah, I am keeping up with the YouTube channel this time because it did get so out of hand before, that we were a whole 4 episodes behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I don't know. That was like part of it, which it's not hard, but it's hard to remember.
Yeah.
It's hard to be like, oh yeah, I need to do this thing. Um, is the issue. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of been it. Like I said, counseling stuff. I wish that it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show it, but it's hard because the counseling stuff can be really personal. If it's ever stuff that isn't, I will show it. Like, oh,
But
well,
the
that's
nature
next art
of
check.
it is that it is. So
Yeah, that's the thing. The nature of it is like I see it, and then sometimes my counselor sees it. And
Mhm.
he goes, "Have you done it?" And I say, "Yes." And then if I've brought my iPad in, he's like, "Oh, so I can see it." And I'm like, "Yes." Or there's times when my iPad is left at home or in my car, and
Yeah.
then he doesn't see it.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but yeah, so that's the main thing. But challenges.
I just never have any time. And I'm really busy and stressed out all the time. I gotta finish grading assignments today. And then on top of that, I am going full time next week, so I'm gonna have even less time. But yeah, I feel like on the days where I go to work, I have like 2 hours max to be able to work on my comic, which is really sad. And then on the days off, I've been having to grade. So yeah, so I am trying to figure out how to, I don't know. I feel like I've really efficientized my schedule, and it's weird to be like, well, there's still not time. What else can I remove at
Mhm.
this point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I think grading is going to be a big thing.
yeah, it's because it's the end of the semester, so I have to. It's the final project that I have to grade, which is just takes. Like I sat down and I had timed myself, and at one point I was like, I've sat down for an hour, and I like put in headphones so I could concentrate better, and I had graded like 4 or 5 assignments in an hour. So it just has been taking me a while. But yeah, that's my problem, is that like I'm gonna end up only being able to really work on it for a long time on the weekends. But those are my weekends. So yeah,
That's prime I come over to distract you time.
yeah. And also like my husband and I have opposite schedules, so we don't see each other in the evenings, which means we see each other on the
On the
weekends.
weekend.
Yeah, so I'm just like caught between a rock and a hard place. So yeah, that's my problem. Really, it's just time, and also action scenes are freaking hard.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go to work, and then on the car ride to work or home or something, I'll think up like 2 more panels of like, oh, this could happen, right? And then my net gain in panels in the script is like 2. So, because I haven't I need to sit down and have like concentration to write. Like, I would sit down all day and write a few episodes, and it just takes longer than it should. I don't know. So, anyways, that's my problem. Is I just never have what I want, which is time. What about you?
My freaking camera.
It won't
I don't
move.
understand. This is like supposed to be a really nice camera. Sorry. So for me, mental health has been a big thing. This past week specifically. Not gonna get too much into it, but it's just been rough. Emily knows about it, but it's just been a rough time. I've had to get some special permissions from work, which I'm really lucky. I have a great job, great HR department, all that. So I just kind of haven't been work through that, figuring out time. It just kind of feels like all of my time and effort in the past week has gone towards this one thing that I've been trying to avoid at all costs. And I don't know if anybody knows about the coping mechanism of avoidance, but it will eventually catch up to you. It will. And it took 6 months. And then it all hit. It all hit at once. But yeah, also, I mean, just like, I mean, this wasn't a challenge, really. And I don't think you would count it as a challenge either. But like, I don't know, like this weekend, like me, you, and Tim were just like, we're gonna chill. And so like it took up. I mean, I was over at your guys' place for I think 5 hours on Saturday, and then like
you watched Lord of the
another
Rings.
4.
Two
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings movies with us
This weekend.
Separate days, not back to back.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. And played games and all that type of stuff. And so that was just kind of like, it was time consuming, but like it was a blast. Like it helped so much with like my mental health and stuff. But it wasn't like I slept until like 4 p.m. on Sunday and then went straight over to your guys' place.
I definitely thought you had been taking a nap. You're telling me
No.
What time did you go to bed?
5. It wasn't 11 consecutive hours.
What?
I went to bed at 5 a.m. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
that's wild.
Yeah, so I went to bed at 5 a.m., which I don't do, which just is why I slept for so long, is because when you mess up your sleep schedule that bad.
Yeah. I think I had a dream that I've been struggling having consecutive sleep. And I'll wake up and then it'll take me like 2 hours to fall back asleep. And I had a dream that I stayed up until dawn. But I just realized that was a dream. So
no,
I
the sun wasn't
about
out
my
yet when I
poor
went
sleep
to sleep.
schedule.
Yeah, no, the sun wasn't out. The sun was not out when I went to sleep. It was going to be if I had stayed up much longer, but it wasn't. But yeah, no, it's just been that. Just like when your mental health is suffering, the best thing for anybody to do is to hang out with friends, have fun, forget about it, type of thing. And so, like I said, like it's not a challenge. Like it was helpful, but it was like, oh, okay, like this is gonna take up my time, and it's a good use of my time.
Yeah.
But oh, and then also I worked Saturday, which doesn't give me time.
Yeah.
Working Saturdays, it's 8 to 5, so it's like no. But yeah, so anyways, that's it. just those kinds of things, which only like the mental health thing is a big thing, but then like the rest of it's just kind of like, oh, I was busy. I was busy doing fun, good things, but I was busy. And for those of you who are like, well, Emily was just talking, not having time, she was grading
I
while I
was
was over there.
grading while we were watching Lord of the Rings, and I stopped because Tim was like, can you pay attention to us? Can you be an active participant in your life right now, please?
Which is really funny because we were doing fine on our own, but it was just like,
yeah, it was just
It was
you
just
and my
like
husband playing games with me on the couch.
that's what I was about to say. It's like we were doing fine, but it was just like hey, you should have fun too.
Yeah. It's just
But
I don't like grading.
no, grading is rough. Okay, for anybody who's like, Kayla, you don't have a right to say that grading is rough. I do. I have graded before.
Yeah.
I just feel the need to like justify the fact because some people are gonna be like, Kayla, but you have never graded. No, I did for 3 years.
You had TA grading is way worse than professor grading too, because you get to grade the important things, and the one thing is it's just like you have to pay attention to different things, and you have to write feedback. And like if you give somebody a grade, you must justify said grade. So give reasons basically so that they understand why they got the grade they got.
Yeah. I'd say that I would rather professor grade, but I think it takes more time to professor grade.
I don't think it actually does. I just am busy enough that it bothers me and I complain about it more. Because
all of the professors that I have TA'd for.
Yeah.
And I've TA'd for 3.
You have to grade less big things. Less things that are bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. Next art check.
Next art check.
Change the banner.
I am going to get deeper into this dang fight scene. I'm going to push through it. I'm going to be more efficient. I'm going to draw faster because I also am like drawing lackadaisically, you know.
And your iPad is helping.
My iPad is helping because I don't have to be at my desk. Like I can hang out with Tim while I'm drawing, which is nice. And then I'll probably pop it over to the desktop once I actually start working on the colors and stuff. But yeah, I've written like 64 panels or something. Like I've met the panel requirement. Now I just need to wrap it up so that it's a pleasing story. So
yeah. When is it due? When's the deadline?
June.
Okay, cool. So
I've got time, but if I want to be able to have time to finish all of those panels, then I need to get moving. So, yeah.
And also for anybody who's like, is there a name for the comic yet? No.
No, there isn't.
Is there a title? No. It has been so many topics it's been one topic of many conversations.
Yes.
Because I'll go over there and Emily's like, what do you think of this?
And I go, like, that's dumb.
I don't say that's dumb. I say this works for you because you understand the comic. This doesn't work for the reader. And then she goes,
I hate that. I'm
Emily's least favorite person sometimes when it comes to this comic.
I'm getting close to a name. I'm getting closer and closer with every iteration. I will say that.
I would one day, once you've named it, I would like you and I to sit down and list out every single name we came up with and then show it on Artcheck.
I don't want people to see it because I hate most of them. I hate most of them, and I'm embarrassed by all of them. I'm embarrassed by the ones that I like.
We can say that I came up with them all.
But I can show you.
I think it would be an interesting thing for the viewers to see.
This list. Ooh, let's see.
Is that all the names?
It's a lot of names.
That's not all of them, though.
That's ones that I came up with on my own, and then I started another list down here, and then other ones have just been in my head. It's bad. It's bad. None of them are good. It's the problem.
There's a lot of good ones. Okay, there's a lot of good ones. I can see where the struggle is, but you have come up with some good ones. Seth has come up with some good ones. I've come up with some good ones. And the reason I'm saying there have been some good ones is because they stick for a few days.
Yeah.
It's not shut down.
I need to get
it
Seth
comes
on
out of
this
your mouth.
again. Be like, I held on to your.
I told him about
months.
the episode. I told him about the episode and how you need a reader, and he was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, I'm probably.
He was like, "Are you messing with me right now?"
Because you know the story, I know the story. I need to make sure it makes sense to somebody who doesn't understand the characters and like the universe,
the world.
Yeah.
The
Anyway,
miniverse.
The miniverse,
which is what I named it last time.
Mm-hmm.
The miniverse.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next week. What are you gonna do?
I actually have to graffiti letter some words for counseling. And so he told me to like graffiti because I've done some graffiti lettering.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you know what, like that worked out really well for you. And so I think he said I have to do 3, which is gonna take a hot minute because they're not like it's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take a second.
It's gonna take a second because I haven't graffiti lettered in 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's gonna take a minute to refigure it out. And some of the words are longer. It's gonna take a while. And then I took my medical deferment. I don't think I had gotten the medical deferment
last week after
is when I got
when
it.
you applied.
Yeah, so I did get the medical deferment. And so I just kind of need to evaluate, do I want to do social media? Do I want to do visual? Do I want to do an 18 days again? Like all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Do I have any ideas for an 18 days again? Like that type of stuff. Because I think it'd be fun. Like I genuinely don't care. If I graduate in visual or social media, I'm probably not going to use either of them. I'm going to be honest. I just want to graduate. The way that I am moving in this company is not going to wind up with me in social media. It's not. And it's not going to wind up with me as a graphic designer either because I don't want to be a graphic designer.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, I have 2 choices. I have 6 credits left. I can't change it at this point. And I don't want to because I don't like any emphasis enough. I like communications enough, but I don't like any emphasis enough.
Particular one. Yeah.
Yeah. To dedicate my time to doing the capstone class.
Yeah. To go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've tried out PR, I tried out strategic org, I've tried out digital and social, I've tried out visual. I never ever got into journalism, and I don't think I ever will. And then I think that's all of them. Oh, and I did video. So
I did video,
yeah,
visual, and then I took a little bit in the organizational communication. That was actually really fun.
Video was your honor.
Video ended up being my cluster.
Your module.
Yeah.
Video wound up being your minor. I forgot about that.
I didn't like it.
No.
And I didn't actually, it barely counts. I don't have video experience.
Yeah. The reason that Emily graduated, she was like, well, I have to take another class. And I was like, in what? She's like, video. And I was like, we took a video class together. This was
discovered like on air or right after Artcheck?
It was right after.
Yeah.
It wasn't on air. I remember it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was before I got married. It was before I met Jacob. It was a long, long time ago.
I graduated in 2020. So it's been a minute.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't know what semester because I didn't walk and I wasn't on campus, but it was 2020. It was a pandemic.
It was 2020?
Last 2 years have gone by like that. They've been stolen from us.
Like, I know I tell people that, like, I've known you for 3 years, but that just shot it into perspective so fast. Wow.
You said it was a long time, and I was like, yeah, it was. Bet.
Wow. Okay, everybody's just watching me now realize how long
Be
we've
like,
actually known each other. My mind is blown. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of it. Like we said, it'll be at 6:15 from now on for a while. It's not going to change again.
yeah, my schedule is not going to change for a long time unless like my world gets rocked by something. So
Yeah. So her schedule isn't going to change. It's on my lunch break, which is not changing. And if they try and change it, I'll just be like, no. But they didn't change it on me. So the reason that we're doing it is that Emily gets off work around 4. She has to drive from the next town. And then I live 2 miles from my work. So I'm just going to drive home. We're going to do Artcheck for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to drive back. So that's kind of what's going to happen. The nice thing is, though, we've talked about having Corey back on. We talked about trying to do a big Artcheck and get Scott, Joshua, Josh and Corey. I don't know why I called him Joshua. I know like 5 Joshuas and in my head, but we talked about getting Scott, Josh, and Corey and trying to see if we could do like a big Artcheck.
chonky.
Yeah, like getting all 5 of us on there. We thought it would be really cool if we could. And so hopefully a slightly later time, or like we just may have to bite the bullet and like do it after I get off of work and do like a late night one to get that accomplished.
That
But that would not
better
be
for them.
It would work better for them.
It
So
doesn't
we'll
work
probably
great for us, but
no.
for either of us.
No, but I think it would be because it would only be a one-time thing. I think it would be worth, and I think it would be cool. And just kind of talking about like what Artcheck is doing for us, what Artcheck did for them, and just kind of like talking about Artcheck. I don't know if we talked about doing that on here. I think it was briefly mentioned, and then we talked about it more off air.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna reach out to Corey at some point when he's back and then talk about it and see if he thinks Scott and Josh would do it, which I think that they would, and then kind of trying to get a time for everybody.
Yeah.
So it'll be, what'd you say?
5 of us.
Yeah, 5 people, getting 5 people's schedules to line up.
Yeah.
Especially Josh's, because Josh is like he's doing his own live streams right now.
Yeah.
And then
right, yeah.
Yeah. And then they've been doing some Artcasters. Corey live streamed the other day. I hopped on one with the 3 of them.
YouTube never tells me when they. You know when you sign up to be told, to be given notifications
when you hit the little bells
for people, and it still doesn't do it, and
What?
then you go back and you're like, maybe I didn't hit the right button, and then you hit a different one. I still have
You need
no
to go
idea
into your settings app.
Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of notifications. It's very possible that my brain just went, but
yeah, no. I get notified for Josh, Corey, maybe Scott. Actually, I don't think I get notified for Scott unless he hasn't streamed in a while. And then Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. And that's it. The priorities. But yeah. Anyways, we don't have a topic for today, so we're just gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
But we will see you guys next week and every week going forward at 6:15 on Tuesdays. No, Thursdays. Jeez Louise.
Thursdays, not Tuesday. Thursday, not Tuesday. Thursday. At 6:15. Lots of numbers. Just to make it more confusing.
Just listen to Emily. Don't listen to me.
The one who's saying we're meeting on Thursdays?
Yeah. I think I've said Tuesday every time. Thursdays at 6:15. It cannot be Tuesdays. It doesn't work.
It won't work.
It has to be Thursday.
Okay. 6 p.m. Mountain Time. 6:15 p.m. Mountain Time. We should put this in writing in the description.
Oh, it's
Or comment. Let's do that. In writing.
Thursday at 6:15.
Good
Right
old
there.
Thursday.
Good old Thursday. Thursday at 6:15. We've got it. We got it. Okay. If you want to follow my stuff right now, my account is private and hopefully it will be becoming public within the next 2 months. Go to @the_comeback_KLD. Give me a follow request. I am pretty good at accepting them unless your account looks spammy. Otherwise, I definitely accept them and you're all good. So @the_comeback_KLD. I do also have a Twitter. Just get rid of the comeback or get rid of the underscore between the and comeback. And you will find me on there. I don't know where the underscore is. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to try and fix it, but it's gone. And then if you want to find Emily, go to @Guminelli anywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. She's there. It's always @Guminelli. That's just where you can find her. Also, if you're struggling, my YouTube or my Instagram handle has changed quite a few times. I have a link tree. Emily has her own link tree thing that she's made on her website. Go there. You can see our websites. You can see, I think mine will just take you back to this channel. You can see the Instagram. You can see a bunch of stuff on there. So if you really want to find us and you don't want to go through trying to figure out spelling or anything like that, it's in the description below, right down there. And yeah, go check us out. If you are watching right now and you're like, who is Corey and Josh? On my channel, if you go right here. Okay, so here's my channel, right? And this is obviously the back end, but you go right here and you're like, wow, I want to watch all Artcheck videos. You just click play all and it'll start off from the most recent one, which is today. And then it says go follow these creatives right here. So this is Corey, this is Josh. I will be adding Scott to it. I just need to find his and remember how I did it. But yeah, so go follow these guys. Like I said, I'm already subscribed. Go check them out though. I would have Emily's up there, but Emily just uses my YouTube. So just go follow them. They have a bunch of art checks up. They did 250 something for my remembrance. Or like 260. I don't remember. They told us we had to beat it by 1, which we will be doing. We'll beat them by more than 1 because we don't want to stop anytime soon. But yeah, so just go check them out. And yeah, we will see you Thursday at 6:15 p.m. Bye, guys.
Bye.